Galacticos, not the most comfortable win, but a win nevertheless. The points we needed to continue to close the gap in on Atleti, see how they fared this weekend, and on Barcelona. Let's talk about this match tonight. It was four awesome goals in my opinion. We got to see Cristiano open the match with a quick goal in the first, 2 minutes, which was awesome. I'm happy to see him scoring goals, and today I thought he did a good job. He had found the right balance between shooting, going to goal, and trying to assist players in the offense, which I thought was great. We saw an awesome goal by James, sort of a really similar goal to Cristiano's. They both cut in. James cut in on the right side and finished that shot off with the left foot. Sorry, I'm like choking on this. James' goal was very similar to Cristiano's goal. He cut in on the right side, back to his left foot, and finished that on the far post. It was an amazing finish, so kudos to James. And happy to see Kroos getting on the action. Saw him in the first half with that goal, sort of bouncing around in the box, but he finally put it away. And of course, the last goal by Cristiano. It was a good offensive match for us today, but still a little bit shaky. I thought because we didn't have, obviously, Marcelo, who's injured, out on injury, and we saw Danilo. I think Zidane was trying to give Danilo that confidence and a little bit of playing time that he needed just in case we were to play him against Roma in the Champions League. But today I think he proved that he still isn't the man for that position. So we saw Nacho in there in the change in the second half. The defense, not just the defensive line, but the defense in general was still a little bit shaky. I mean, we saw 2 goals against us. Granted, one was scored while we were down a man, but I think we're still having problems, and I'm not sure if it's concentration of exactly what it is, but they're finding those gaps in our defense and putting those goals away, which can't happen, especially against stronger teams in Champions, against Barça, against Atleti. You guys know what I'm saying. Speaking of the defense, we saw Varane make a very uncharacteristic mistake, and I think it was just a little bit of miscommunication between him and Keylor Navas. That pass back, Navas wasn't expecting it, ended up being an own goal. It wasn't the best match for Varane, statistically speaking, today, because he did have an own goal and then was sent off with a double yellow card, which was a red card, ejection. So we won't see him in the next match, unfortunately, but it'll be a good chance for Nacho to get some playing time, especially since we're lacking in the defensive players area. Benzema today, we saw him a little bit more show up in the second half. The first half, I think he was walking a little bit. We saw a little bit, for me in the offense, it was a little bit static. And I think that was the problem. We saw Athletic, packing it in their offensive or in their defensive third, and we were having a problem finding those through lanes, those lanes to get to goal. And I think that is something that we need to work on. The offensive movement off the ball is something we're still lacking, and today we saw a lot of that. But I can say that I am happy today because we did compete. Competing is, whether or not it was a beautiful football match is one thing, but the players were competitive today. They were all competing, all giving it their all. And like I said, like Danilo, it wasn't the best match for Danilo, but he gave it his all the entire time he was on the pitch. And that's something that I really like to see. Maybe that's something Zidane is bringing out of the players. I'm not exactly sure, but it is good to see the players on the pitch giving it their all. No one really walking, except for maybe the 3 guys up top. But even so, we saw them working hard in different points of the match, which is what I like. So the last 2 matches we've seen, games that are won, it wasn't like a blowout, but that's okay because we need to be able to win matches like this too. Matches where we're not exactly playing wonderful football, maybe it's a little bit scrappy, but where the players are competing and really showing their character on the field, because this is what we might see in Rome in Champions League on Wednesday. With that being said, guys, you know what to do. Follow us on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, wherever. We're also on Periscope, so follow us there too. Real Galacticos. We'll see you guys in Rome.